Pinhole the cup.
Alright, in the first video, we made some square ones, table saw. Part 2, we're going to make a pencil holder on a bandsaw. We're going to go ahead and chop this off. Well, I'm not going to talk to you about it. We'll get there.
Alright, time for the round one. We did the square one. Now we're going to do a round one. And guess what? It's pretty much the same thing. About 3 1/4 wide, 4 inches tall. We'll figure out the base when we get there. Alright, let's get to it. We're going to use that piece right there. Mostly round, now we'll get to sanding it round. Alright, last time I had to change this, which was the other day. Definitely had to fight putting the thin blade away. It wraps up 4 times. Let's see if I can. Oh, ow, ow, ow. Huzzah! We're going to put on a thinner blade so we can cut inside something, I don't know. The only reason I would ever want 2 bandsaws, just so I don't have to change blades. One for resawing, one for everything else. Not supposed to make that noise. Alright, we're going to chop our bottom ring off so that we can hollow out the inside. Now let's go ahead and mark our inside. Alright, inside's marked. We're going to make one cut and then round it around. Now we can glue this back together and sand out the inside. Alright, now we just need un clamp. Look at that. It's almost like it wasn't there. Alright, we have it glued up. We're going to get on here and get the inside cleaned up so it's a little smoother looking. Once we have that finalized, we'll figure out our alignment of bottom and we'll trace it out and we'll very, very gently sand it so that we can go ahead and push it down in there, glue it in place. That way it looks seamless as it sits instead of having a glue line on the bottom, which I'm sure I could make disappear, but I'd rather do it the other way so that there's no glue. Cup. We got the bottom on. We're going to do some final sanding, and for this one we're just going to put on some feed and wax polish. Bandsaw one is done. I think it turned out pretty good. There are plenty of improvements to be made with a project like this. For instance, using a cutout wheel
on the bandsaw to give you perfect circles, but I don't have one and I didn't want to make one. A little bit more time and effort put into sanding on the inside because it isn't. Let's see here. So you can see my rough is still inside. Yes, my rough is inside. I do like how the bottom turned out. It is seamless. I'm just gonna keep coming back to you guys. You can see the bottom looks pretty nice, but looking at it from the edge, you cannot tell. Also, see if I can find it. So because this is 2 boards, I have 2 seams, one here, one here. And I did cut into it and glue it back together. And I don't believe, oh no, I found it. I cut next to it. Oh. There's a line right here, which you may or may not be able to see. That's where I entered, cutting it. It's pretty much invisible at this point. I went with a simple finish, just a little bit of a waxy do, and this was my first little bandsaw project, so I'm happy with it. Next is gonna be the lathe, which a lot of this is just experimental, playing around, trying new techniques and ways of doing stuff. Also to show you guys that there's ways to do things. But I also just don't have everything I want to do things as efficiently as I would like to, so it can get a little sloppy sometimes. I did finish my rocking chair, or I finished butchering my rocking chair, so it was a good test, good prototype. Moving on to a shoebox, so that'll be fun. And if you appreciate the content, if you want to give me a like, subscribe, your jam. But also if you want to see my stuff kind of evolve in real time, you can follow me on TikTok. I post there. There's a lot more shenanigans involved, a lot more swearing, but more regular updates versus my YouTube where it's kind of the finished compilation project, as well as Instagram. I'm sure I'll have links down below. Poof. It was magic. It made it disappear. I didn't make it disappear. It's right here. So, I'll see you on the next one. Okay, bye.